everyone, Grumble here, speaking to you from Satan's armpit. Unfortunately, that doesn't narrow it down any because everywhere in the world is currently Satan's armpit. Which brings me to why I'm making this video. It's a quick update, mostly, on what I'm currently working on and how the channel is doing. I had originally planned to start recording the Disco Elysium Let's Play this weekend, but my brain is leaking out of its pan, so no can do today, Jose. I know at least 3 of you are really looking forward to it, so I apologize, but recording time is limited, and with the PC on, the lights, and everything properly set up, it gets too hot in here to stream or record, even with the fan on. So here's some recent footage of me playing Cult of the Lamb, just for my own amusement. And yes, the video maker curse has taken root. I record most of what I'm playing now, so it doesn't end up like the Horizon video, where I didn't realize I wanted to make a video essay about the game until I was most of the way through Forbidden West. Speaking of that video though, I figured it'd be a good time to do an update video like this since this community has pretty much doubled in size since I released it. If you're here because of the Ethics of Knowledge in Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, thank you so much for commenting and subscribing and expressing interest in more of my work. To have the essay take off like that really means a lot to me, not least because I wrote it and produced it off the back of one of the worst months of my life. So, thank you. Of course, if you've subscribed because of my work on that video, it stands to reason that you want to see more of it. So I wanted to give everyone an idea of what's coming up and when to expect the next essay to come out. As I mentioned earlier, recording time is limited. I have a full-time job, I stream twice a week, I have other projects going on, I have something that can be generously called a social life. I also have chipmunks for brains. So my various creative works in progress are being worked on in a turnabout rotation that depends heavily on how good I am at wrangling the chipmunks any given day. Have you ever heard of that ADHD thing where people have 6 or 7 projects lying around, 90% finished, but then they never get done because the excitement, read dopamine, is in starting something and working out the crooks, not in the wrapping it up? Yep, that's what I'm working with. So it is honestly a miracle that there is as many completed series and videos up on this channel as it is. To give you an idea of the turnaround I had on the Horizon video, from starting to play Horizon Zero Dawn in January of this year, to starting to take notes for a rough outline in February, to working on it in earnest and finishing Forbidden West in March, to drafting and rewriting and editing the essay itself, to starting the video edit and playing through the Burning Shores DLC to have enough capture in April. It took 4 months, is what I'm saying. And that was with limited distractions from other projects. Now it's July. I have completed a Dredge Let's Play in the meantime, and I've played through the entirety of The Outer Worlds and Redfall in my own time, both of which are subjects for upcoming essays. I've already talked about them on the community tab, but just to give you a quick overview of what all is coming. There's an essay coming on how Redfall's vampire myth ties into the modern Gothic. There's several videos on the Outer Worlds, one for each of the DLC and one for the main game. I'll be going in depth on the meta for Peril on Gorgon in its direct reference to Ursula K. Le Guin's Those Who Walk Away from Omelas, as well as working out how Murder on Eridanos is a perfect classic murder mystery. For the main game, the parts are still moving in my head, but it will again be about ethics of knowledge and hope, with some parallels drawn to the first BioShock and the Mass Effect series. Last but not least, there's a final Dishonored essay that I never got around to turning into a video, and I'm working on that now. In terms of reviews, I'm planning on making a video version of my review of Kill of Frequency as well. That's currently available for members and supporters on my Ko-fi and Patreon pages. Happily, I have all of the capture I need for each of them, and I've been taking notes while playing, so now it's a matter of drafting each essay for my blog, then making the alterations necessary for them to be good video scripts, then recording voiceover and editing the gameplay. For The Outer Worlds, I'm looking at over 60 hours of footage, so it's, not challenging. Currently, I'm looking at a timeline of releasing the Killer Frequency review and the final Dishonored essay possibly in July, the Redfall video in August, and the videos about the Outer Worlds during autumn and into winter. So basically, my content schedule for the rest of the year is sorted. What an excellent problem to have, honestly. Weather permitting, the Disco Elysium Let's Play will still start in July. As an independent maker of stuff, of course, I want to make the things that people who enjoy my stuff are excited about seeing. At the same time, both in this endeavor as in my day job, it's very important to me to maintain a healthy balance. The best way to do that is by setting healthy boundaries for myself and recognizing when I need a break. Any work that I produce while burnt out or under self-imposed pressure will never be as good as what I make while in a good place mentally and physically. So if you are excited about these upcoming essays as well as the Disco Elysium Let's Play, please bear with me as I get to work, as it's what I do on top of my day job in the limited free time capitalism affords me. In return, I'll update the community tab regularly with how it's going. I think a lot of you are in the same boat, especially if you're independent creators yourselves, so I know you get it, I'm preaching to the choir, but I just wanted to be transparent about it, as it's been a while since the Horizon video went up, and the channel has been relatively quiet in the past month. Before I wrap this up, if you have any questions about my work, my creative process, how I organize my time, how I choose what projects to work on, or anything else you'd like to know that I can answer, leave them down in the comments and I'll do another video like this where I go through them. A little Q&A sounds good every once in a while. That's all from me for now. You've got the info, I've got my cult followers doing farm work and growing old, so all's right with the world. I hope you're all keeping well, enjoy Satan's Armpit if you're just moving in, and I'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching.